One of the coolest things in our Access Virtual Staffing, virtual assistant business is working with clients who already know the value of a virtual assistant and how it can help them with their business, with their operations, with all the different things that go on inside their business so that they can actually do the work they love without feeling like they have to do it all. And in those moments, it's like, yeah, I've got one, I've got two, I've got three, but I could use another because I've reached another level of capacity where a lot is falling on me and my time. And I know that it's not the best use of my time. So let's find another incredible virtual assistant who can add to the capacity of our business. And I was just having a conversation today with one of our new clients, Joe, and he said, yeah, I'm pretty clear on my schedule. 8 a.m. I start, 6 p.m. I stop. Weekends I don't do any work, and that's just how I live my life. Now, when he said it, I said that's so clear and so simple, but it wasn't just something he says, it's something he's living out. But he's living it out because he's put this in place as a way that he operates. And he knows when he gets at capacity, he knows how to expand capacity without it having to fall all on him. So he's built systems, he's built processes, he's built procedures, he's built teammates and people within his business that can help to expand this capacity so it's not a constraint on his time, his energy, and how he lives his life. And he says, when I go home, I'm home. When I'm away for the weekend, I'm not in my inbox. I'm not on my computer. I'm not doing these things. And I know from working with a lot of people at this point, that is not the norm. That is not the norm, but that is what's possible when you put the right systems, the right people, and the right processes in place. You can live that life as a leader, as an owner of a business, as someone who's building some incredible mission or movement. You don't have to work 24/7. You don't have to be overwhelmed. Yeah, early on, there's going to be a lot of that in terms of the growing pains and having to figure a lot of this stuff out. But your ability over time to figure out how to put that in place is incredibly important. And to tie it back to where I started, it's I can sense a difference in how people operate their business, and oftentimes how successful that business is relative to a person's ability to understand capacity, delegation, systems, boundaries. And so when I see it in place, because hey, I'm by no means perfect either. When we start growing, it's like, oh, there's more to do and it takes up more of my time, and then I'm trying to figure out what system, what process, what person is really going to make the difference so it's not falling on me, it's not falling on our leaders in ways that it's not intended, so that the administrative burden is really handled in an effective way so that people are still doing what they were hired to do rather than doing other stuff. But when you get into that mentality, that skill set, and it becomes automatic, now, previous video that I made was on delegation. Now delegation is seamless. It's not a hurdle. It's not a skill that needs to be learned. It's automatic. And I can sense that a lot of times with the leaders I work with. Where are they on this spectrum? And if anyone's listening to this as a leader themselves, it's challenging sometimes to grow and scale a business and to really have a successful business. But when you get good at delegation, when you get good at learning how to optimize and leverage talent and systems and teams, it can be a game changer. And a game changer in the way one of my good friends now, Josh, often says, he says, should you be doing the stuff that you're doing? You figure out your zone of genius, and then you figure out who needs to be around you to do all the other stuff so that you can be spending time where you want to spend time in areas that light you up and uplift you. And even if you're building a business, that doesn't mean you have to do that other stuff. You figure out ways to get the other stuff done. And I keep going back to this quote recently from Dan Martell. 80% done by someone else is 100% awesome. It might not be done at the level at which you can do it yourself, but if you don't have to do it and it's not really the best use of your time, finding other people to do that is highly valuable. It creates leverage. And that's what we're all about here at Access Virtual Staffing and our virtual assistant business, is finding the right talent to help you create leverage so you can build incredible business and still have time at the end of the day to spend quality time with the people you care about and enjoy the weekends. Have a great day. Talk soon.